What can you say about how that ended? Had the lead until 1:08 left in the fourth quarter. Something went wrong there down the stretch. What did you see?
Yeah, that's our problem. We've been folding in the fourth quarter, not intentionally, but we obviously don't have the ice in our veins to execute the way that we need to. It also didn't help the fact that Rachel is a force, and she's going to rebound. She's not in there, so we put the freshmen in. But they weren't getting it done. I mean, those big girls ate us up on that side. So, and then you got Copper, who's a much more experienced player, and I think would have had enough sense to know to back it out when we got the possession of the ball. But you got a freshman in here; he's going to go ahead and take it. Have you been hitting outside shots before? No. And so it just speaks to just us not being able to have the kind of control that we needed. At the last second, we wanted our point guard to come off of a high screen, and I'm assuming that she would kick it out, and Tyler would be out there, for the three, and then we could go in overtime. But I mean, best laid plans oftentimes go undone, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, for them to score 29 points in the fourth quarter, are you kidding? In the fourth quarter, well, that's the quarter we know we need. But it's been our story the whole year. We've been freezing when it comes down to the fourth quarter, and that we just do. I'm not happy about this, but that's exactly what's happening.
You think this is the way you started out? I mean, you threw a no-hitter in the first quarter.
Yeah, because we were attacking, taking the drives. All of a sudden, we pull up and start taking jumpers. They weren't stopping anything. We weren't concerned about them stopping anything on the drives. And they continue to stay in that man-to-man defense. They're going to stay in the man-to-man defense, and then we need to stay in that attack mode. But, we didn't.
Coach, obviously you get off to you're leading 17-4 after the first quarter. Were they doing anything differently that started to lead to that, or was it just you guys that they just started to gain their composure and you guys just started to lose it a little bit?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I think that you could say that. They, Ariel Powers settled down, decided that she was going to take over like she does all the time. She had about 23 points, 12 rebounds. She's a great player. And the great ones do take over. And she settled down because the team was obviously discombobulated with the drives and, like you said, with the 24 or 17-4 lead. And we didn't demonstrate composure. We didn't. And they did. We didn't focus. It was things like miscommunication on the out of bounds, so that gave an opportunity to have somebody free in the corner. We know that they're going to shoot the three. They're coming down in transition. Kept them quiet for the first three quarters, and then into the fourth quarter, we can't seem to find them. It's ridiculous. It made matters all the worse when Rachel's out, because we didn't have an opportunity to even have an eraser on the mistakes that we made. We know that Powers is going to drive baseline left. Come on. That's exactly what she does. She comes up now. Next thing you know, Rachel has to step in there and help it. Now we pick up a foul. That's just lack of focus. That's as simple as that. And it might seem like it's just being picky, but at this particular level and with these kind of games, when something is said to you in terms of how something has to be played, that really is how it has to be played. And it can't be through 3 3/4. It has to be throughout. And if it's not, then those little things that we don't do are the things that are going to... There wasn't any patterns that we were concerned about, that we didn't know what was going to happen. But some of the things that you can't prepare for as much is coming down the floor real quick on transition, and then us quickly finding and locating the people so that we don't find somebody free. Because I don't think that those threes that were taken were contested. We didn't know where they were. As simple as that.
Tyler, until that last minute when they climbed back into it, you guys were up 10, 13 points most of the game after the first quarter, even after they started with a nice run in the second quarter. Did you feel like you still had the game in control? Were you completely shocked at the outcome?
I felt like we had the game in control. We just had a couple where we didn't communicate on some things on the defensive end, and that's really what it was. But for the whole game, I feel like we had everything under control until the end.
Tyler, Clay and Rachel go at it at the end. Does that add any pressure to you when you're on the floor as one of the leaders on the team?
I mean, I wouldn't say pressure, but, it's tough not having them because, Rachel blocks, rebounds, scores, Kai runs the floor. But, I mean, it was a big loss, like, having them on the bench. But, I mean, that's just part of the game. We got to be able to capitalize without them.
Rachel, how do you feel at this point after the defensive performance you put out there? Powers did score 27, but she was 5 of 17 from the floor, so you guys definitely clamped down on her. She got a lot of 15 points, I think, from the free throw line. So having such a good performance toward the end and then unfortunately not being on the floor at the tail end to see it end with a win, how are you feeling now?
I'm hurt. I know the whole team, we're all hurt by it. But, I mean, just like Tyler said, if I come out, somebody has to capitalize on the defense. Like, they have to rebound. They have to – I mean, I'm not the only one that can block shots on this team. Everybody can get it done. So, if I come out, somebody else got to be ready.
Rachel, obviously a tough loss, but you set the Big Ten's single-season record for blocks in a season tonight. Does that mean anything to you, and were you aware of that?
I wasn't aware. It means a lot. I mean, that's my bread and butter. I really like blocking shots, but I just could have stopped fouling tonight. Sorry.
Coach, how do you wash this off and get ready for Maryland Sunday?
We don't have any choice but to approach it fresh because it's a new game. I mean, it's over. So I don't know what you say. We just come in there and focus on what we have to do.
We gotta just
It's
put
like
this
it is.
behind us.
I mean, it's not like there was anything difficult for us, even as we prepare for this game, because we lost that game there by a couple of points. It looks like it was an 8 or 9 point. Believe me, we were ahead with 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter at Michigan State. So, we'll either decide that we're going to focus either that much more or we won't. So, I mean, it will be fine. Just practice.
We gotta regroup as a team.
Do you think you can put it behind you?
Yes, we can. We gotta just come together and regroup as a team. Listen to what the coach asked us to do. We gotta lock down on defense next game. We know the next game is a big game, and at the end of the season, it's bound for upsets. So I just feel like if we come back to practice focus, we'll be confident in the next game.